Positive vibes, maybe. PVM the Talk Show. I'm your host, Dante Dash Smith, about to be joined by my partner in crime and the other host for this television show, Jeide, as we present to you guys tonight, episode 226. Oh yeah, we keep moving on up. We back in business tonight, and we're about to be joined by a very, very special guest. But before we get into all that, let's update you guys on what's been happening with PVM. So a few things have been changing and updating and happening within the last few weeks for everyone involved here at PVM. First, let's start off with my partner in crime, my brother, my co-host, Jeide. He got art for sale. You can actually catch his latest painting within our brothers and executive producer Kang's Zen Garden at Imperfect Art Gallery. Guys, make sure you actually stop off at Imperfect Art Gallery before February 25th, which will be the official closing date for it. But it'll allow you the opportunity to check out our brother's Zen Garden, which you'll have the chance to, get, more tranquility, more peace, more relaxation, just honestly just playing within the sand, just enjoying the scenery, the artwork that's all presented there and whatnot. And also, just supporting a good time. With myself personally, we have Fly Mouth smoothies on deck. They're currently $5 per smoothie and then $5 for delivery. Also, I'm going to be contributing to Kang's Zen Garden on the 25th when I'll be supplying wings, as a food complement to his art that's going on. And in fact, today's guest, we actually met within Imperfect Arts Gallery, so you guys get the chance to meet her as well. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube, the Facebook, the Twitter, Instagram, and the Patreon to stay updated with all things PVM. We have a lot of things unfolding within this next year, as well as cooking classes with myself, art sessions with Jeide, therapy, stretching with Chef, as well as, a little role game as well for our smokers out there, so you can, enhance your abilities to roll. So I see our special guest Tiffany has joined the room. Dave, what's good, fam? I'm just waiting on Jeide to join us, and then Tiffany, I'm gonna bring you onto the show, and then we can start up the conversation. Let me actually just post up tonight's topic. And let me send a few requests out, and we'll have this show really going up today. So, today's topic. I'm just going to, there we go. Ooh, there we go. I'm just going to post that, send out a few requests, and then we'll be ready to go. Actually, Tiff, I'm actually going to send your invitation in right now. There we go. Also, like we had last week off, guys, in large part because of the Eagles Super Bowl, And although my guys didn't win, it's still fly, Eagles fly. And we still celebrating over here.
Yeah.
How you guys doing today?
How you doing?
I'm good. Jeide, this is Tiffany.
Let me turn it up.
That's Jeide.
Okay.
Nice
How you doing?
Tiff, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. It's a beautiful Sunday.
Yes.
The weather was particularly nice for February.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So ain't no complaints on this one.
I know.
I know it's been real good for February. I ain't had
Sweating in my scarf and hat earlier. I'm like, well, is it cold? Is it warm? I don't know.
For real.
This is pre-summer right here. I'm not mad at it at all.
No. I kind of hate winter, all the extra clothes and stuff,
Yeah, that's true.
You go into a store, you go inside and it's hot, you can't take off everything, but
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Like I did have a nice little winter lay. I'm not even gonna hold you guys up. This is like the
Yeah,
first year I was
right.
super
I ain't
prepared
get
for
a
winter.
chance.
Like,
I ain't
I had the
get a chance.
boots, scarves, the
Right.
jacket, the
My
coat.
boots. My boots. It's all good.
Y'all pardon me in advance. Y'all pardon me in advance. I'm still going to be present. I'm also working on a piece right now. I'm at the tail end for. It's the Eagles piece that I was working on before we got to the.
Really good. Oh my goodness.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So
dope.
I'm still present. I'm still going to be asking questions. I'm still going to be listening, but I'm also going to be painting as well. So just a heads up.
Okay. Cool.
No doubt. That's actually worked out perfectly. So, so like I was saying, I actually met Tiff through Chev at the Zen Garden art gallery. Tiffany is the bartender there. Supplying them drinks, supplying the vibes and the aesthetics for the overall scenery there. And once there, like I got the chance to kind of have a conversation with her, kind of discover that she was more than just a bartender, also a singer and a songwriter as well, entrepreneur, and just overall just thorough lady, so I wanted to bring her on the show, introduce her to to everybody, and just give her the opportunity, to spread her brand as well, But before we get to that, like I do want to shout out Jeide first. He has a painting up in Chef's Zen Garden in Perfect Art Gallery. So guys, if you haven't been to the art gallery yet, you have until February 25th. That's the final day to stop by, check out the art gallery, be present within the environment, enjoy the aesthetics. The last couple Saturdays, they've actually been having jam sessions Saturday nights that allow you guys, to enjoy into some music, few drinks. The place is smoke friendly. So to all my smokers out there, you have a place to unwind, relax, kick back, and really just enjoy yourself. And, just really just be at one with yourself. So
Yes. And also February 25th, the last day of the Pink Panda Zen Garden, PVM will be present on February 25th. So come out, show love to Kang, the executive producer of PVM, alongside the brilliant mind of so many other things that's happening inside and outside of Philly. Y'all get down and y'all come out there and see what it is. And come out and show this lovely young lady some love, too, that's been raising and had that whole place turned up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, speaking of the 25th, you actually going to have Tips serving them drinks, and you're going to have me serving them wings there as well.
Yeah.
Go.
It's going to be
fun. Yeah, that's definitely going to be fun. A little snacky snack. Nothing too much. I already talked to Kang the other day about, did he have something in mind? Like what was his favorite, thing to drink? So I'm going to make a pink lemonade to go along with like his theme, it was like the Pink Panda. And I was like, well, since, it's the last, the closing reception for the art installation, how about just have something to just, go along, look a little cute or whatever. And he likes flowers. So I'm just like, luckily for me, I work at a place where, we sell very pretty flowers. So I want to wait till like maybe Thursday to pick my flower choice, so they can be fresh and ready, like a garnish. So I'm just trying to figure out how to garnish that and safely garnish it as well. Like it's not going to be edible. They do have edible flowers, but most of the edible flowers they have are for like a baking or like a cake, and the ones that they have for like cocktails are like dried, so it's not really like super pretty. Like you can see a bloom of a flower. So I'm like, I'll freak it some way. So, yep, pink lemonade.
Right on. Sounds delicious. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear what's going on? Y'all come and get familiar and treat yourselves,
Right. And to complement the pink lemonade, we're just going to have flavor wings. So we're going to have your hot and spicy, of course, your barbecue, maybe a little jerk, just to give your taste buds a little treat, a little something.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sad that I missed this past weekend because I told you a few days ago my sinuses kicked my butt Friday. So yeah, I missed out on some cool vibes. But I'll see all you guys, this weekend. I'm better now.
That's the
So
Right on.
downside of this weather, That's
yeah.
that's the only downside that could catch you and make you sick, But it was good.
Right.
The vibes
Yeah.
was still good. Still we definitely missed you, The bartender
Okay.
situation definitely wasn't the same. But
You like
definitely had
that's
a few
crazy
people who were just
because
like,
that
well,
just
where's the
came out of
bartender?
yeah. That I've been going to the art gallery for about 7 years now, to hang out here and there. They have Friday Roomba every Friday night. And now I see you guys are starting to do like the little jam sessions. It's like y'all had this past Saturday, which is really, really good. Um, that just came about. I'm a bartender. That's was one of my occupations, still is. Been bartending for about 10 years now.
Okay.
Um, I started out serving food. I will never serve food again, but I will make
I
you a drink.
understand.
But
I
but
understand.
it's fun. So basically, all the things that I've learned over the past few years, and especially after the pandemic, where you take control of your own future, your own income at that point. There's endless possibilities, open door. So if you're able to do it, do it. I just got my Serve Safe certificate because in order for me, to start selling like certain beverages, it's not alcoholic beverages, but beverages, I have to, get that done. So I got that about a week ago.
Okay,
So,
congratulations.
now, thank you. Now, just basically filling out paperwork and just see how to go about it. So I don't know. I just had an idea. I contacted Rocio and I was like, hey, can I come and just like serve some, cocktails or whatever? And yeah, they allow me to do it. So, why not? And so I asked Femi. He had the little dance groove vibe thing a week or so ago, and it all worked. I ran out of juice, which was good.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
you
yes.
know, so that's a good thing, and I see that people enjoy it. So I enjoy. I really didn't feel like I was working. I felt like I was out enjoying myself and just making the money.
that's good. That's
Hmm.
good.
you know, yeah. So it was just the mad hustle, um, and just trying to not trying doing everything accordingly and correctly and legally. So it's just a matter of time and paperwork at this point and putting things together.
Hmm.
Good, good, good. And did you have any reservations about bartending, especially post pandemic, or like as we kind of transition towards out of the pandemic, you didn't have any nerves about maybe people might
Um,
have diseases or coughing around you, or even just exposing yourself to serving others.
well, we took precautions, like the places that I was working, after that, took precautions. And actually, that's when I really, really started bartending. Because, like I said, I first started out as, serving different restaurants. Um, and then here I go. I get to actually bartend, which was something that I wanted to do and I can do. So just gave me an opportunity and meeting people, and just vibing. That's all. And I know what I like when I go out. So it's like basically, being on the other end of a certain situation, you know what people want. You know what people like. You know what they're going to enjoy. Because that's what I would get. I would pay for that, or I would, go to that to get that. So
Okay,
kind of how I, did that, flip that.
that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. So do you feel like part of bartending is partly being like I want to say like partly being a social light to an extent, you know?
Yeah, because you're basically, I mean, you're not trying to be anything, but
The profession
if you,
requires it to
if
an extent.
you, I mean, it's a requirement. It's a requirement if you want sell anything, if you want to get anything, you just have to kind of like be a little social butterfly. I don't know everybody, but I know like faces. So when I do go places, like, oh, well, I know of so and so. Why? Because they came to the bar that I worked at, and they sat for a little bit, and so I got it's just a natural, I guess, genuine, I don't know, exchange. But yeah, kind of like a socialite, and it's crazy because I'm an introvert naturally, but when it's time to do that, I dive into my extrovert, and then when it's time when it's done, I'm going home. So it's like
Dig,
a time and a place for everything.
I dig that. We have a
Yeah.
comment by Von Brown. He asks a question: does she feel sexualized, or women should sexualize themselves? A lot of bartenders dress provocatively.
To answer your question, I actually worked in a club where, it was more skin showed. And I also just recently worked in a place where most of the women had t-shirts on. You didn't really see anything besides the legs, and I still kind of got the same treatment, to be honest. And that kind of like got on my nerves. And I'm like, I'm not even, dressed a certain way. Working at the club, I knew I was going to get that type of attention. So my mind is already programmed. But I'm like, dude, I got on a t-shirt. I'm not trying to be sexy, but maybe he sees that I'm just a nice looking female and he's just going to, I don't know, go for it or whatever.
Yeah, more times than not, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just like, it really doesn't matter. It didn't matter whether I had clothes on or not.
Yeah, like more.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's nothing I can do about it. And all depending on how a woman is shaped, she can't really hide but for so much of her shape. So it's really nothing she can do about it.
True.
And we're also talking about liquor.
So,
Yeah, and alcohol.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
Is he gonna be
But
my
that was
next
also
question?
one of the reasons why I, stopped working at my previous job where I was, a bartender for a local brewery. Because, I'm only going to have my back when it comes to a situation like that. And, doing like the little bartending at the little vibe sessions and stuff, like I'm in control of that. If someone is being disrespectful, hey, I'm not serving you. And I would do the same thing. Like that was one of the things I like about being a bartender. You can like not serve someone.
Right. Right.
So that's one of the things I like about bartending. Like don't piss your bartender off. Don't piss your cook off. Like that's just not. Yeah.
Words to live
Yeah.
by.
Right.
It's smart business, You never want to.
Oh, go ahead, Dash. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just about to say you never want to piss off the people preparing your food or your drinks. That's
right.
That's just bad business overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, is safety? I hear that that you mentioned that, but is that like the biggest concern that you had when you entered this field of profession? And how do you
yes.
like maintain your safety overall? Like when you go to like different pop-ups and vending events, like how do you one be mindful of like the people that surrounding you, protect your energy, your space, but also are able to cut off people in different sceneries because like some places the security is equipped and there's some places it isn't too equipped to kind of. So how are you able to like in those situations still be like, what, let me cut this person off from drinking, or like I see you reach your limit.
In any given situation, I've had to cut a few people off, not a lot, and I've denied people, service because I can see they was already intoxicated. So, I mean, it's a part of the job. I would get in trouble if, anything. But yeah, some people's gonna get pissed off regardless. I can't worry about that. So, that person can always go somewhere else. And whatever tip that person didn't give, the next person's gonna give double. So I don't worry about that $1 when the next person may give me 5 or 10, and they probably only got one drink.
Okay. Now, have you ever had a situation where you cut off a customer and they like either tried to either wasn't responsive to rejection, or just try to still force their hand and try to still get a drink, or still try to apply some aggression towards you?
Oh yeah, I have a funny story. No aggression, but it's a college nearby, the brewery I used to work at. So the kids, they would come over, and I know what it's like. You want to drink, you're like 21, fresh out, and I denied her a drink. She was visibly intoxicated. I'm like, no, I'm not giving her a drink. So she goes over to the guys that's sitting at the bar and whispered, hey, can you buy me a drink?
Okay.
I guess. And so the guy's like, hey, can you get a strawberry margarita for her? I said no. And so of course she was upset because I guess she went back to her dorm and she called the brewery, I guess, telling on me. Yeah, I denied her because she was visibly intoxicated. Period, point blank. So yeah.
Okay. Hey, it happens. I grew up in an era where they used to be outside the liquor store. In fact, myself included.
What?
We'll come up to the old heads and give them a couple dollars. Hey,
Yeah,
this is
she
my drink of
Karen
choice.
to me. Fine. She Karen me. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. I know she was frustrated.
She heard it.
What do you determine as a good drink? Like, how do you determine what is a good drink for a customer? Like, is it strong, sweet, spicy, flavored? Like, what determines the perfect drink in your mind?
Most people, from my experience, they want a nice, even drink, even me. Like, and a lot of people who are like lushes, they make the drink strong, and I'm like, all right, but do you want a shot or do you want a cocktail? So like, I understand strong because I want my drink strong too, but most people, they do request like natural blend or whatever, not too much sweet, not too much alcohol if they want it. I mean, hey, you can get a shot on the side if you want that. I can dig. So I'm not going to deny you unless you drinking too much too fast. But yeah, this
Now, what's
some blended drink.
what's too much too fast? Like 2-3
Well,
cocktails?
I've had it happen, and I had to cut the guy off because I said, well, what you're not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and allow you to drink this whole bottle of Crown Royal because he was the only one drinking it.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, so it's like I'll give it to you, but legally, because I also have a certificate for that as well. Every bartender has to get that by their state that they live in, to make sure you monitor because I'll get in trouble. I'll get fined. So I'll cut him off. He had too much.
Okay.
Because I ain't going to... Oh, go ahead, Jeide.
Yeah, so speaking of just to blend the
worlds, because we've gotten a good glance and a good insight of you as a mixologist, as a bartender, but you're also a singer as far as your artistry branches itself out. So just to blend the worlds, you did mention something in the vein of your patrons enjoying an even me, quote unquote,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But you personally
enjoying a strong drink and listening to some of your songs, like the Tell Me record.
I know that's
like
my shit right there.
Like the music video that you also produce. Like you just have a real calm vibration about your music and about your delivery, but the lyricism
is not calm. And by not
calm, I mean it's impactful. You know what I mean? It's impactful. Like what the message is not holding anything back. It's not holding any bars back. It's not holding any. You know what I'm saying? So, if you could take the worlds of your being a bartender and you're being a singer, and you can blend the sciences together, how would you look at your music and assess the way that you deliver it in terms of you mixing drinks? Like, let's say, for example, like how Dash introduced it, as as far as your patrons are concerned, strong or light, what I mean? As far as your music, is all of your music usually that that calming vibration, or do you sometimes like a nice strong Jack or a nice strong whiskey with your music, and you're just like, you know what, we going in straight neat, you know what I mean? No rocks, no nothing.
Right. Actually, what you guys can listen to, that was like my safe zone. And when I was going through like getting singing vocal lessons a few years back, like my coach basically forced me to sing songs that were like, hit them hard. Like, okay, you got that soft voice, you use it in whatever way, shape, or form, but challenge yourself, because I was always scared to challenge myself. So I do want to, change up. I look at what people are listening to, who people follow, and shit, hell, what I listen to. So, like you said, with the drinks and what people like, make it according to how they like it. And with the songs, you do have to kind of like, reach those people. Like I'm a full grown woman now, so those songs, there's nothing wrong with those songs, but I'm in a totally different headspace now. And it's been a while since I've written anything, because I have other creative, things I'm dabbling with. So
That's understandable.
Respect.
yeah. And then even like you say, oh well, people like, well, everybody don't like the same thing, but it's just like with the whole like dress wise, like it's a time and a place where I'll wear a dress or show some skin. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, hey, come on, if you got it, you got it. But then more often than not, it's like not comparing myself, but it's just like I guess people are expecting me to look a certain way, and that's a struggle, a challenge. I guess, with men it's different. Like, guys, we don't care what really the rapper or what the singer really looks like. But when it comes to a female vocalist, it's like, oh, well, what she look like? What she got?
That's a lie. Let me tell you that right now, Tim. That's a
Yeah.
lie. Every man, every male, every guy who in the industry who says we don't care how the dude looks like, damn liar. Because a lot of how men move is emulated from how they see their favorite hip hop guys wear. There was a whole time that cats were wearing all black because Jay-Z said, I'm gonna wear all black this year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like men tend to have a thing with their ego where it's easy to put the blame, and it's easy to put a lot on the opposite gender and not take too much accountability on ourselves and shit. Nah, I can't. Nope. I can't let that one go.
I know.
Niggas is just as accountable.
Yeah, but now, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't struggle with that anymore. That's, why you have like, I don't know how far you guys have did some research, but you may see periods of time where it was nothing, for a few years or whatever, And it wasn't because anybody was like trying to impose how they, then again, yes, they did. But not like, I guess in a way, subliminally, yeah. So it was just like, and also, when you don't even know who you are, you can't really, So
that's the interesting part about creating,
right.
That in the process of creating, you also figuring out who you are as a person. You might have this idea and might be sure of who you thought you were, and throughout that process, figure out, what, I'm not this person no more. I've evolved, or this changed, or X, Y, Z, whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Please stop. Please
stop me if this is just a bit too personal, but you just hit something that I am absolutely interested in. I love transparent conversations when artists are looking for themselves, finding themselves, or even in a space where their true selves are about to blossom. And from the way it sounds right now, it seems that you are at that crux where you're about to reinvent or redefine, or just blossom as the new you. So what are some challenges right now that you are experiencing as an artist that at first you weren't even aware of as challenges, but now you're more mindful of in your transformation and in your evolution?
who I was around, who I work with, who I thought I wanted to work with. And I actually look back on it. You know, sometimes some people may say, oh, well, this could have happened, that could have happened. And it's like, yes, it could have, but look back at the people who it would have happened with and look at you now. Oh, it would have turned out bad. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Not so good. So I'm grateful for not being able to have the opportunity. You know, people don't know certain opportunities, you know, and people always, I guess, try to measure your worth, I guess, by who you work with or what you have or whatever, whatever. But I'm like, you know, I know for surety, you know, that I'm kind of glad that I did not hop on that opportunity or go back to that studio, whatever, for whatever reason, because I'm not the same person that I was 8 years ago. And it, you know, would be probably a bad look. You know, talk about investors or people that's actually looking for a particular individual or whatever. And it's like, oh, damn, he was with them, you know. So it really the main was the people. Everything else was like an inside job that I had to work on myself. But yeah.
Right on, right on, right on.
I could definitely dig that. So what actually motivated and inspired you to want to be an artist and kind of express yourself through music?
I didn't. It's funny because, like I said, here we go, an introvert always. So I was a writer first, you know.
Okay.
So it's like to be vocal, I was scared to death because you have to come out. You're introvert. And so that was one of my biggest struggles. But I found that every time that I did, I would get a good response. You know, I look back over my life and it's like, wow, damn, like you work with that person or you sung background for that person. Nobody really huge, but it's still a resume nonetheless.
Yes.
No need to name drop. That's a resume, period.
Yes.
You know, I was like, I don't want to be in art. I don't superstardom. That's not in my head. That's not in my dreams. You know, I don't fantasize about that. However, I do want to be creative. And so I started out writing, and then it's like, oh, well, you know, you have a good voice. You can sing. A lot of producers have nice voices. They just produce. They don't sing. They're not, you know,
This is
or rap or whatever. So I was like, I learned that, you know, where the money was in songwriting. So I was like, well, if I want to get any money, because I done heard some horror stories from a lot of artists that I done grew up watching and, you know, seeing now. And it's like, oh, this is horrible. So I want the money. So the money is in the writing. All right, cool. And so I ended up writing my own stuff. What better thing to do as a vocalist is to write your own stuff.
yes.
So started out
No one knows
being
better than
a
yourself.
writer, you know, poems as a little girl, then writing growing up, and then here you are writing songs. So it's still a story, you know, nonetheless, and just really learning how to use my experience and just turn it into a song.
I can definitely dig that.
Yeah.
Yes. Respect.
So what's your favorite aspect about the songwriting process?
It's like what do I want to say? Favorite part about writing, I get to really like be raw. You know, it's no hiding. It's just me and the paper and the pen or pencil or whatever I have, or the laptop, whatever. So it's just basically just being free. It's freedom in that. You know, it's freedom in people. You know, some people speak, some people write, some people draw. So it's freedom in expression. So it's just another way of me expressing myself. You know,
I definitely like that. Yeah. Now, when you were, as you were like, you know, breaking out of your shell to an extent, you know, and allowing people to hear your voice and started sharing your words with them, what was the biggest hurdle for you as far as like getting your music out there and kind of like branching yourself out? What was the biggest hurdle as far as like whether that was giving it to people or trusting other people's experience? What was for you that biggest obstacle?
Uh, it was a few. One of them was, you come from being in the background to out in the front, and it's like, stage fright. Everybody eyes on you. That freaked me out.
Wait,
you
you still
know,
get stage fright even though you serve
no,
drinks too?
actually, I thought about that like a few weeks ago. No, no. I actually enjoy it now. It's like it's nothing to be afraid of. People are looking at you for a good reason. It ain't like they're frowning upon you or whatever. But I mean, stage fright. I think a lot of art is just, I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, when you so used to being in the background and then you out front, it's like, oh God, okay. um, and at this point, like all the other things that I struggle with, I no longer care about. I kind of release those things, other people's opinions, how I should look, how I should be. I'm comfortable in my own skin. Um, I mean, hey,
I know you.
yeah, yeah. This is the now me. Yeah.
All right. So once again, blending the worlds of you being a bartender and you being a singer with the mix of, or a garnish, as you put it, of your introverted nature. Because the first time I met you was at the Pink Panda Zen Garden at Imperfect Art Gallery, and you were in a cut. You were in a tuck, you know what I mean? Like it would have easily been a thing for somebody to walk past and not know what you were doing, except for the fact that you were so lit in that corner. People were going back and forth, like, let me get this, let me get that, let me get this. So do you feel that the world of bartending works a bit to your advantage as far as, you allowing to let your introverted nature flourish a bit more because people
Right.
have to come to you for something, as opposed to you being an artist where you have to be more, outgoing, and you
Yes.
have to, what I mean, step outside of that box.
Mhm. Yeah, and it is also helping me at the same time. So here we go again. You've been in the background all these years. Now look at you. So he's like saying hello and hi, how you doing? What would you like? You know
Get
what
all head
people.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. So it helps me too personally. So it's like a benefit, and it's something
I
that's a
think
must if you want people, to follow you. Oh, I know that person. Some people see you one time, they see you again. Oh yeah, definitely going. Why? Because they got little treats or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
now how now I do want to stay right there and kind of like with the merging of the two words between your artistry and your bartending. And I want to talk about the aspect of like how you said with the customers and like as you create consistent customers, are they like sharing their stories with you? Because in my experience, the bartender typically becomes like a therapist for some people,
Uh,
where they express
yeah. Yeah.
where they tell each
Yeah.
other to
That
get their shit off. Like,
it's heavy, man. I be like, I mean, it's funny. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say two-edged sword, but it's like, I'm a total stranger. But yeah, bartenders, you just lay it all on me. You don't know me and tell me your personal business. I'm like, oh wow, okay. You know.
stories they tell you somewhat affect like how you write your songs? Like, is there like some stories that you may like get from like a customer? You may be like, where I could add that into a song, or I could create a story about that, or I've had a similar experience where I could draw to create from there. Is there any instances where that occurred?
Oh, especially about relationships.
Okay.
Um,
You tell.
I mean, the amount of, especially a few guys that I know bring all his dates there, girlfriends there, whatever. It's just to see that, you see everything behind the bar, and it's just like, wow, if you were thinking of getting into a relationship or anything. It's like, I don't know, like, how discouraging, what you see, what you see can be so discouraging sometimes. Yet I still believe that, because I'm a person that still believes, so I know there's other people out there that believe just like I do that, you know what I mean? So it's just like, wow, like, damn, that's crazy to see that. And, I've
This
seen,
is
It's reality check, like
yeah,
people
like,
ask.
I've seen girl, I don't know if they were like dating or together. I've seen women just get up and leave. I'm like, well, what happened? What she got? you know, you
Ooh,
know.
I have a question. I have a burning question now. Thank you for this. Thank you, Dash. Thank you for that question. Thank you. I have a question now. So between bartending and being an active artist and the politics that surround both of them, which one of these careers make it harder for you to look at genuine relationships based upon what you know with what you see?
Shit.
I know,
Um,
right?
I mean, damn. I mean, yeah, they both like
They get
the
this.
the
Get
the
this.
scale the scales are even on that one, but we don't all heard some scandal stories, and then I didn't see that. I'll be like, oh, okay, wow, damn. So, and I'm
Man, we
sure
gotta do
alcohol is
better.
involved in both.
Yes.
Alcohol is
Yes.
involved in both sides. So it's like, okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My light went out. I gotta charge it, but it's okay. Whatever. Y'all still can see me.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Actually, staying on that same question, I actually want to give it kind of a flip to it. Which one of the two professions make it harder for you when you're out in public just to kind of remain, more to yourself? Like, do you feel like when at the bartender event, more people feel like they can just approach you out in public, more freely and be like, "Hey, Tip, how you doing?" As opposed to like just letting you be, you get that reaction more so from your artistry.
Here we go again. Them scales. Because, now I work, somewhere else that's not too far from where I used to work, and people are like, well, what you over here? You over here? Oh, what the, you everywhere? Like, so it's like they say hi, they still want to have a conversation, they want to know what's going on, and I'm sure the same thing if I was like really out there beating the streets with my art. Oh, well, what you going? When's the next song? Is it? So it's like it's the same. Maybe
Indeed.
not an autograph when bartending. I don't know. Some got a lot of famous bartenders out there. They go across the world. But it's the same, you approach. Some people get fanned out sometimes, especially if it's a popular place. And where I used to work at a few popular places. So I don't know.
Okay, so I'm
Like
sure
to
you
say hi,
probably
you keep it moving in public, really.
I can definitely understand it.
you know, I see you when I see you. It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely understand that. But from my experience of and I'm not the biggest bartender. I mean the bar attender type person. But in my experience attending bars, I've always seen this one instance kind of play out where a female bartender is constantly approached by men. As
Yeah.
she bartends. So I kind of wanted to get your experience on that and like has that become like a difficulty of yours, like trying to, do your job, but also have this guy that's like trying to flirt with you and be like, hey, Tiff, like besides that drink, can I get your number, and you may be preoccupied with trying to serve drinks and this guy is
Right.
preoccupied with trying to flirt with you. How have you navigated those waters when they've been presented?
Man, was that annoying. Especially when there was no security. Because it's like I'm at work and I have to be professional. However, you know, you're getting on my nerves, you're harassing me, you're doing it on purpose. You know, I'm behind a bar, and it's like, it's only so much that a person can actually allow, you know, regardless of where they are at that time. And it's like, I think that a lot of guys really did take advantage of the fact that I was behind the bar. Actually, one guy did say that shit. So I was, with some creepy people out there. I'm not just gonna say guys. There's some creepy people out there.
Okay.
And I don't want to get too deep into it, but yeah, one of the people who frequent there, yeah, they turned out to be a little stalkish, and that's real deep. Like I said, especially when you don't have adequate security. And I handle my own. I'm a small woman, but I'm legally able to take care of myself if I needed to.
That's right. All right.
So
we support that.
However, at the same time, nobody wants to experience it. But yeah. Also, one of the reasons why, I wanted to, just stop bartending at someone else's business. If I want to do this, I want to do this on my own terms and wherever I am. Not to say that there's not going to be any creeps there, but hey, I can, yeah.
To the best of your abilities, at least.
Right.
I can definitely do that.
Yeah, it is. Like, I do think about that because who knows where this is going to take off from. And it's not just, bartending. I think it would be something that I just do like monthly, but I don't know if I talked to you what I'm doing. So I just want to just really like, juice and pickles. That was something. Pickles was the first thing that I did during the pandemic. And take them over to the gallery, they taste them, and they would have like little, same thing, take your stuff over, people like them, people taste them, and I'm like, all right, I worked at a place where all I have to do is fill out paperwork in order to get my things sold, do the market. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to be in people's face all the time, even though I do enjoy it, but, after a while, for safety reasons, who knows? I don't know.
In the groove line of
safety, do you find that employing the use of false names or nomenclature that doesn't really belong to you, do you find that helps, or
even more so,
with
your artist
name,
does that come as a
result of wanting to to obscure your identity from the public?
Of course. Actually, that's crazy that you asked me that, because I want to start, with legally changing things anyway. Besides marriage, if I ever get married, but I want to legally change for that reason. Yeah. So yeah, it helps. It really does help, because it's just like, a separate identity. Everybody that we know, when we really look into their background, that wasn't even their real name the whole time. It sounds like it was, but
right.
Or artist name, or something that's very creative, out the box type of stuff.
Right.
So yeah, definitely, I think, yeah, not just for creative purposes, but yeah, you have to separate yourself from the self.
Excellently.
You doing, yeah, and it helps protect you a little bit.
Right on.
Because I changed my. I don't know if you noticed, Dash. I changed my Instagram name, and I'm definitely going to create a page for my drinks and pickles and juice and stuff. I was just trying to come up with a creative freaking name.
Ooh,
the hardest
brainstorm
thing.
some ideas.
Yeah, I was just like, I know I have to do it before Saturday, because I want people to just really, here we go again, separate,
Two worlds.
Yeah.
I can dig that. That makes sense. You know what? I'm gonna help you with that process. I might have
I'm going nuts over here, and I'm sitting here writing names and stuff down. I'm like, no, they don't look right. Oh, they don't, your own worst enemy sometimes, no matter what you're doing. I don't like that. It don't sound right. It don't look right.
Sometimes you just need a fresh fresh set of eyes and
Right,
ears to see,
right,
hear,
yeah, Here
perspective on
we
it.
go
Like, no.
again. Yeah, when I scroll on social media, like I click on something and I look at the person page, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna follow them. So they separating yourself and yeah.
You do good. So we rounding up on our hour mark.
Okay,
Before
okay.
we go, I do have one question, and then we could kind of get into like our giving our last words for the show. But
Okay.
my final question for the evening is: who is your biggest luscious as far as drink wise? Is it males or is it females? Who tend to come to you the most and spend the most on drinks and tend to occupy more time at the bar, at different events in your experience?
Well, the guys,
Okay.
because they be drinking, and the guys again because they be buying the women drink.
Sound about right.
And then we also had one last question from earlier. So we just kind of, as the conversation moved on, I just want to save this towards the end. And we actually got it from Von Brown. He asks, how are tips as a bartender?
Oh, the tips were good.
Yeah, are they actually
Because all depending or where you work, what days you work, and right. I'm like, God damn it. And then we ain't paid a light bill. Yeah, it really do depend. Tipping is just like it's gonna go like this all the time, no matter where you work now. If you work on LA Boulevard, maybe you make a couple thousand. I don't know. But yeah.
Go with the flow.
Right on.
Thank you guys for tuning in for a new episode of PVM. Also, before we get up out of here, I want you guys to kind of give you guys final goodbyes and everything. Also, Tip, I actually got to holler at you because we talked a little bit about your singing and about you doing the jam session, and I hollered at Chev about that too. So I'm gonna have to holler at you a little bit later. Like they was definitely interested, and you participating and enjoying in the jam sessions as well.
I didn't know we could do filters on here. I would have did the whole interview with a filter on the whole night. Damn it. I didn't know.
Oh shit, we lit. Yeah.
I would have put a filter on. It's okay.
But before we get out of here, I just want to send a final reminder to everybody to come visit Imperfect Art Gallery between now and February 25th. February 25th, this upcoming Saturday, is the final showcase in this entity and this form at the Imperfect Art Gallery. Come check out Chevy Kang's Zen Garden. It's an experience that you guys won't want to miss. We also have a painting by my brother Jeide up in there, the Zen Tears. You guys gonna want to see that magnificent piece of art as well. You guys gonna want to get drinks from Tiff. Definitely gonna want to get them drinks. Get the vibration set up high for you guys. Gonna want to get these wings and things from me. Gonna have that on deck. So it's gonna be an experience for you guys. Come out this Saturday. It's a free event, but there also is a $10 donation. You guys can make a donation, to the art gallery. The art gallery is a nonprofit organization, so please support. Please support. Also, stay safe out here. Stay protected. It's been a lot of things in the news lately. Actually, speaking of news, there was a cop just shot at Temple last night.
Oh my God!
This morning. So let's keep that little maniac locked up as long as possible, please. And before we get out of here, guys, can you let them know where they can find y'all? Any upcoming events or projects that you guys have upcoming, or anything that you want to share? Tiff, we can start with you.
Well, first and foremost, thanks for having me. It was a nice conversation. I appreciate you, you guys. Hope to come again.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. up on Saturday too. Like,
And you can follow me on t.moniq. That's t.moniq. No U, no E. And you can come hang out with us this Saturday, the 25th, at Imperfect Art Gallery. Come check out some cool art and some tasty, and some good drinks.
Jeide, how about you?
Oh, listen.
Y'all can follow me at
PVM Talk Show. Y'all know what it is. Follow the Patreon. Follow the YouTube. You know what I mean? That's how y'all get familiar with me. And anything else, y'all come and meet me out this Saturday, February 25th, at the Pink Pandas Zen Garden at Imperfect Art Gallery. And make sure y'all do yourselves a favor. If y'all don't do nothing else, get yourselves lit. Make sure that y'all spirits is right with a bit of spirits in your life from the lovely Miss Tiff. You dig?
Yes, yes. And again, the Imperfect Art Gallery, the address for the location is 5539 Germantown Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Guys, stop through. I'm not even going to tell y'all the time because I'm not sure of the time it actually starts.
Me either.
Yeah. But we'll have it posted within the stories and on all the social sites once we have that time confirmed, and you guys will know that, like Jeide said, definitely come out. It's going to be an event like none other. Come get these delicious drinks, come get this food, come spend time dancing, celebrating, mingling, and it's smoke friendly. I can't emphasize that point again. It is smoke friendly. So feel free to bring your vices, as long as it's not cocaine or heroin or nothing crazy. You guys are good. Like, for a good time, but not that good of a time.
No.
Like,
No, we're not destroying our lives. We're just having fun. No white ponies are be ridden that night.
yeah, no.
Be riding a white horse? No.
for sure.
Oh, God. Oh, guys, this has been another episode of Positive Vibes, maybe PVM the Talk Show. Like my brother said, make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe to everything PVM related. Stay up to date with the new shows, new projects that we both have coming, as well as our executive producer. And, until next week, stay safe, stay blessed up, spend time with your loved ones, enjoy your vices, and remember, each blessing is his own lesson. PVM. Wow. Love you.
Good night.
Have a great night, Tiff.
You too.
Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Positive vibes, maybe.